Good morning, guys. My name is Mr. HPS, and today I'll be solving the trial balance, which is coming from a 2019 past paper. And here's the question. Where is it? Yeah. And the question reads: From the following details of Sambani and Company Limited, you are required to prepare a trial balance as at 31st January 2017 after making the correction of the omission shown. So we have to prepare a trial balance using these details which we have been given, and we also have been given an omission which is down here. The omission reads: rent of 5,000 paid by check was not recorded anywhere. So we have to correct this error, or which is called the error of omission. We correct it, then after correcting it, now we can solve the trial balance. Yes. So how do we correct this type of error, which is the error of omission? The only thing that we have to do is to record. Since the transaction was omitted, it was not recorded in the trial balance, it was left out. So what you have to do is to record this transaction in the trial balance. So we have at a rent of 5,000 kwacha paid by check was not recorded anyway. So we go into the details of the items which have been given to check if we have any rent. So we have capital, bank overdraft, fixtures, provision, inventory, account receivable, account payable, sales, purchases, sundry, and commission paid. So we have no rent. So automatically we know that we have a rent of 5,000, which has to be included in the trial balance. So we have rent of 5,000. So we have rent of 5,000. Okay. But according to accounts, for every transaction, there are two items that are affected. So we've only identified one item, which is rent. Which other item is affected? So rent of 5,000 paid by check. So the rent was paid by check. So check, which is also bank. So the other item is what? Bank. You see? According to accounts, for every transaction, there are two items affected. Or let me say, on the accounting equation, there are two items affected. Yes. So we have rent and bank. You see? So these are the items that are affected. But we have bank. So let us check if we have any bank in our trial balance. So the only item which we have here is bank overdraft. Yeah, the meaning of bank overdraft, it means that the owner of the business had withdrawn more than what they had in the account. So you have bank overdraft of 3,000 in the trial balance. But there is another bank overdraft which was used to pay for rent, which was 5,000, but it was not recorded, it was not included to 3,000. So what we have to do, it is to add this 5,000 kwacha. We have to add this 5,000 kwacha. We have to add it to the bank overdraft. Then we also have to add the rent in the trial balance. So this is how it will be. So I've already written some of the details. So I'm going to include the rent because you have no rent. Bank, I have no bank like bank, but I have bank overdraft. You see, I have bank overdraft. So I'm not going to write again bank overdraft here, no, because I already have bank overdraft. The only thing that I'm going to do is to add the 5,000, which was omitted, to the 3,000, which was recorded. You see? So let's start balancing. Since we have corrected the error, yes. So rent is an expense, so automatically we debit, because the laws of the trial balance, they state that debit expenses. They state that debit expenses and what? And assets. And credit liabilities and incomes. So since rent it is an expense, so it is debited. Then bank, it is bank overdraft. Yeah, but yeah, it is bank overdraft because the person had no money left in his account, but he paid for rent, which was 5,000. So he withdrew more than what he had. So that is it, bank overdraft. So bank overdraft is a liability. Yes, let me write this. This is bank overdraft. So bank overdraft is a liability. Then here it indicates that liabilities and incomes are credited. So let's now prepare our trial balance. So it's like this: capital it is a liability. Capital is a special liability. Why is it called the special liability? Because the owner puts in money to start the business, so automatically the business owes the owner money. At some point in time, the business has to give back the capital which the owner invested in form of profit. So capital, it is capital, let me write it nice. Capital, it is a special liability. So capital 18,240. It is credited. Then bank overdraft, it is also a liability. So here bank overdraft, they have 3,000 in the trial balance, but there's a 5,000 which was omitted. So I have to add 3,000 plus 5,000, this 5,000 there, so it will make 8,000. So 3,000 plus 5,000, it will be 8,000. So it is credited. Then I'm having again fixtures and fittings, which is 14,100. Fixtures and fittings are what? Assets, and we debit all assets. So 14,100. Then we have provisions for depreciation. So provisions for depreciation, we do what? We credit it. Here we have provisions for depreciation of fixtures and fittings, which is 8,800. So this we credit 8,800. Then we have inventory, which is also called stock. Yeah, it is stock or inventory. Yeah. So this is it is an asset, and we debit all assets. So which is this one? Then it is what? How much? It is 14,820. 14,820. It is debited. Then account receivable. These are debtors. You see? Yeah, account receivables, these are debtors. So debtors are what? Are assets. Assets to the business. So we debit all assets. So account receivable 12,000. It is 12,000, so it is debited 12,000. You see? Then we have accounts payable, which I had omitted it, so let me include it. It is here at the far end. Accounts payable. Accounts payable, it is how much? So accounts payable, these are creditors. So creditors are liabilities. So we credit the accounts payable. So it is 9,160. So I had omit this item. So I'm just recording it at the far end here. It is down. Yes. So it is 9,160 credited. Then we also have sales. Sales are incomes. You see, you are receiving money, so it is an income, and all income we credit. So sales, how much? 110,000. Sales 110,000. Then we have purchases. They are expenses. so all expenses we debit 51,000. So where's my purchases? So debit 51,000. Then we also have sundry expenses. Sundry expenses, these are expenses, so we debit, which is 55,000. 55,000. Then we have commission paid. Commission paid, it is also an expense, so we debit 2,208. Then we have rent. This rent, I have gotten this rent from this sentence. It was omitted at first time. Rent of 5,000 kwacha paid by check was not recorded, but now we have corrected the error, so I've recorded the rent, and the rent, it is what? It is an expense, so all expenses are what? Debited, so it is 5,000. Yeah, it is 5,000. Okay, yeah, so it is 5,000. And now let us do the adding. We see if that's balanced. So I'm having capital, which is, let me start with the debit side. I'm having 14,100 plus 14,820 plus 12,000 plus 51,000 plus 55,000 plus 22,000 and 2,280 plus 5,000. So the debit side I'm having 154,200. Then let's see the credit side. I'm having 18,240 plus 8,000 plus 8,800 plus 110,000 plus 9,160. So I'm having 154,200 as well for the credit side. So this means that my trial balance has balanced. Okay guys, this was for this video. Yeah, I thank you for watching the video. I hope guys you like, comment and subscribe, yeah, to my channel. Yes, it is bye for now.